one, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. We've got the Detroit Pistons facing the Dallas Mavericks. Isaac a screen. 13 feet away. Jokic, no good. Now Bol. Pass to Edey. Back to Bol. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's George. Anunoby with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Now here's Ingram for 3. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jason Kidd and I talked a few minutes ago. I asked him what's the hardest thing about facing Nikola Jokic. He said the way he controls the game at the offensive end. He keeps everyone involved. He's a great scorer, and you have to keep him off the offensive glass. He's a tall order. All of it. Guys?
Thanks, David. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Edey can't hit. The Pistons on offense. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Ingram wide open. Good on the triple.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good defense by Jokic. They push it up 4 on 3. Ingram with it. George picks him up. Daniel from outside. Another 3 for Detroit.
Timeout. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Teams changing it up here. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Back to Holmgren. Dallas moving the ball around. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, a home run generates space for this offense.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Jokic, no good.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
George, no good. The Pistons leading. Into the lane. And the layup's good off the glass.
Just so physical inside. Even with contact, Jokic able to fight through it.
Outside, Levine. To the inside. Holmgren. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Detroit leading by 3. Anunoby, good.
Boy, just tremendous concentration on deep range. OG Anunoby is really coming along as a shooter.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Horford. Kick out to Levine. Picked by Horford. Lets it fly. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Well, in a screen and roll situation, Zach makes the right decision.
And it's Jokic in the corner. Shot from the wing. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. It's a 5-point game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
What's been amazing to watch is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going from good player to now putting his name at the very top of the list in terms of great guards in the league.
Pistons leading by 4.
2 minutes remaining.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. It's good from the top of the key. Ingram's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Cunningham outside. Ingram left side. 5 to shoot. To the wing on the left. Watson for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Down low. Holmgren. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Well, that's 6'11", sending it back, Jonathan Isaac. Woo-hoo!
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
.07 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Eason. The kick out to Cunningham. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
In the corner, Bull with it. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Cunningham outside. And another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Pass to Edey. Back to Levine. It's stolen by Cunningham. Here's Thompson. And good that time. And now a 9-point Detroit lead.
Got to do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Screen by Bol. And so is Detroit in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Pistons leading by 9. Now Cunningham. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Beal with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Screen by Bol. Levine for 3. A second chance effort. Shot clock at 6. There's the pick. Puts up a deep 3. From beyond the arc and then some. Levine's got 5.
Shooters shoot. Even from well beyond the arc, Levine makes that shot look easy.
Pass to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now here's Ingram. He's got 7. Buries the long-range jumper. Ingram's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He has 5. Here's Edey. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Edey's got his first basket.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low. Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Pass to Eason. To Cunningham. It's good from long range. Cunningham's got 9.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. Ron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Now, here's Cunningham. 9 points in the game so far. Four on the clock. Goes up to the stripe. Here's Jokic. Good kick out to Anunoby. The Pistons working the ball around now. Second shot opportunity. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Jokic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Spacing things out a little. Smart of Jokic to take advantage from that mid-range.
Pass to Beal. Here's Edey. He's covered by one. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Pass to Levine. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Pistons.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
An all-star in this league. I think Ingram still flies a bit under the radar, but Brandon can be a #1 option, no doubt.
Detroit with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. To the paint. And Jokic throws it down.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries it down low. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7.
Let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
And it's Ingram missing.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Outside for Beal. Pass to Levine. Here's the screen. And the jam by Levine.
You can see the 2-time dunk contest champion skills on display. Mr. Levine, we see you.
Ingram outside. Brooks outside. Offensive rebound. Jokic can't cash in from close range.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Edey. Hunter grabs the miss. Pistons leading by 12. Here's Jokic. Bruising basketball from Jokic.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Such a smoothness and ease to the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays. What a pretty drive. Makes it look easy.
For three, Ingram. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. Can't get it to drop. Made three. Missed two from the field. Ingram left side. Takes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Edey. And it's off from three-point range. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Pistons. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And how about absorbing the punishment and still complete the play? That's a great finish by Jokic.
15 seconds left from the first half of basketball. There's a screen. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
That's a 2 from Cunningham. And he gets it to go from the corner. Cunningham's got 11 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. In the corner, it's Levine. Off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
And so here is Dallas following the bucket by the Pistons. Pass to Beal. Outside, Levine. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson with the rebound.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Here's Eason. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Third personal foul.
It's on Zach Levine. The Pistons have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And so Eason nails both of them. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Levine. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Simmons. The tray. And Zach Levine hits from deep. Levine's got 10 points.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
Here's...
Oh, that's unbelievable.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Holmgren. And that one is off. Pistons leading by 20. And here is Anunoby. And there's the drive. And Anunoby slams it in.
Oh, give it to him at the rim, OG Anunoby. That's power, athleticism, beautifully done.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D. Yeah, got to admit it. Awful powerful, thank you. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Throws it up high. George with the steal.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
And so it's Detroit with it. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
And he makes that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15.
Boy, this guy is an absolute force of nature on the offensive end. SGA, I don't know what the defense is going to do with you.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Screen by Bull. Jacks up a 3. Detroit with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And finished off by Beal.
Now, this guy is far from just a shooter. He can drive it and in this instance get up and over the rim and dunk it, Bradley.
Inside. Thompson looking for an opening. Thiessen gets a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
To the wing right side. Holmgren wide open. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And Thompson slams it home.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Here's George. Thiessen grabs the board. Pistons leading by 23. On the wing, Thompson takes it inside. Can't connect from short range. Now the Mavericks with it. Here's Bull. Pass to Beal. Off target at the rim.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Now Ingram. He's got 13. 1:53 left in the third quarter of the game. The 17-footer. It's rebounded by Dallas. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
One-on-one here. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. On the wing, Thompson. And he slams it down right on top of Chet Holmgren.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Beal. And stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
.35 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Beal in the corner. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 15 points in the game. Bold can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Ingram outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah. Now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the fourth.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Pistons. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And the Pistons with possession here. Now, here's Cunningham. Here's Jokic. Spins. Clock at 6. Over Edey. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Levine's shot is off. And Scoot Henderson picked. Picks up the foul.
Henderson.
That's his first foul. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change. First and foremost, Bradley Beal is a scorer. He's always working the angles, trying to find his next opening to attack, and it rarely takes him long.
The Pistons on offense. And here's Jokic. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
But drive by Henderson. Kick out to Levine. Screen by Simmons. Shoots. Levine's shot is off. The Pistons on offense. Here's Jokic. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Screen by Simmons. Levine's shot is off. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have such a big-time athlete. Levine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Jokic a screen. Pass to Hunter. Takes a three. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Henderson looking it over. Outside, Beal. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Detroit making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
And the Pistons with possession here. Now Cunningham. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Daniels. Drops one in from the wing. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Detroit?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Pass to Levine. Fires for three. That one doesn't drop.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Lets it go with a three. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Challenging this D with the three ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Daniels from outside. Kicks it out to Jones. Here he goes. Edey with the rebound. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Detroit making a switch. Here's Cunningham. Well, when you talk about the NBA going global, the last 6 MVPs, Doris, as you know, all international players.
Kevin, what I love about this is the NBA wants the best players, regardless of where they come from. There's a time where American players just dominated that award for years and years. Fact of the matter is, it's good for the game to get the baddest, best players in the world, and we've done that.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Pass the Bull. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. Bull can't hit. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's George. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Sharp with it. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Sharp. The three-pointer, no good. And the Mavericks with possession here. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And guarded by Capella. Count the basket.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Watson the screen. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Edey. No good from outside.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds. Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of, yes, they'll officiate in the playoffs, or no, they won't. We are right where we need to be.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. He doesn't get the second one. George looking over the floor. The 3. Rebound, Detroit. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Thompson right side. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
"15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And it's blocked by Capella. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
Thompson.
That one is off.
2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, George. No good. And so it's the Pistons.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the Detroit Pistons facing the Dallas Mavericks. Now here's Jokic. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Outside Bull. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Well, you see SGA and the strides he's making as a playmaker. This guy is so good, on point with his reads.
Pass to Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Out left to the wing. Inside. Back to Bull. 6 on the shot clock. And that one drops. Bull's got his second basket of the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Jokic the screen. Here's Ingram. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that. Awesome!
Hammers it home!
So nice!
Elite athleticism. LaVine able to go up, take the hit, and convert.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. That free throw good from LaVine. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Picked by Isaac. Pass to Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. With the fadeaway. Off the window. It's good.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Here's Bull. It's hauled in by Isaac. And here's Anunoby. Here's Daniels. Nails it from 3.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Here's LaVine. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. LaVine's got 5.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Jokic. The 11-footer. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Dallas. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Ingram. Over LaVine. And that one's good. Ingram.
Ingram can be shifty, especially when he's operating out of the two-man game.
On the wing, LaVine. Holmgren with it. Jokic grabs the board. And so it's Detroit with it. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. And obviously, facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And Jokic picks him up defensively. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. To end the run. The Pistons clear it.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Jokic with it. Now Ingram. That one's off, and now he's 3 for 6. George outside. Pass to Holmgren. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. "18 feet out. Hits the front of the rim and out. Mavericks trail by 3. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Outside Levine. It's stolen by Isaac. From deep, Jokic. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Oh, deflected. Levine with room to shoot. It's hauled in by Isaac.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Back to Ingram. Pass to Jokic. 5 on the clock. Great D that time from Holmgren.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Now Jokic. Isaac left side. Kicks it out to Anunoby. And here's Ingram. Bull covering. An open look for Ingram. Count it. He's 4 for 8 now.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Daniels. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Daniels has got 5 now.
Well, Jokic is the passing big man. The assist he racks up from his position or something else.
The 3, George fires in the triple.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Now here's Ingram. 9 points in the game. Gets it up. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Pistons on top, up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And that's a tough shot to defend when Maxey pops up out of nowhere.
Here's Cunningham. It's rebounded by Dallas. Beal with it. Now Thompson defending. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on DeAndre Hunter.
We can talk about all the things that Bradley Beal brings to the table on the offensive end, and in this instance, he simply draws contact. Beautifully done.
He does not get the second one. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Outside Hunter. Pass to Eason. Over to the wing. From the arc. The rebound by Edey. The Mavericks trailing. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And he's off from 17. And here's Detroit. And it's Eason penetrating. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's Edey. No points so far. Goes up on the baseline. And the shot goes in.
Well, this is one of his great strengths. Ben Simmons has outstanding vision.
Outside Eason. There's Cunningham with the three. The three ball, no problem for Cade.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes, and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
Yeah, it could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. And the second free throw is good. Here's George. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Outside Levine. Pass to Holmgren. Fires the three. Chet from range.
Now, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with the reputation as a spacer.
Here's Hunter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Detroit shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
George outside. Clock at 6. Outside for Levine. Off target with the three.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Timeout, timeout. And great job to establish position and square up.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Detroit making a change here. And a little under under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Outside Maxey. Pass to Henderson. Here's Christie. From behind the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, this is the developing part of Aaron Gordon's game. Real improvement as a passer. Look out if he adds that consistently.
Chalk up 2 there. Cunningham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Pass to Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athleticism is just amazing.
Thompson scanning the floor. Outside Watson. Pass to Thompson. 4 on the clock. Here's Cunningham. Reed with the rebound. And here is Maxey. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Jokic the screen. Thompson goes in. And the rebound goes to Dallas. And now the Mavs on the run. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That'll be a second foul of the game.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Now here's Maxey. Reed for 3. Jokic grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Daniels hits a three-pointer. Daniels has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Pass to Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Knocked away. And here's Jokic. Oh, misses the dunk.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Oh, misses the dunk. To the middle. Here's Henderson. And he jams it home with authority.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 45 seconds left in the second period. Here's Ingram. And again, the Pistons missing. The Mavericks leading. To the paint. Here's Reed using his post moves to get the 2 points. Reed's got his first points of the night.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
The drive by Ingram. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Detroit shooting their 4th shot at the foul. Foul line here. That free throw good from Ingram.
Yeah, and Brandon Ingram doesn't get enough credit for his growth as a free throw shooter. He shot below 70% from the line in his first 3 seasons, but since then, he hasn't dipped below 80.
Reed for 3. Watson with the rebound. Ingram with the ball. Oh, get that out of here. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Mavericks on top, up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They lead by 1. Taking it inside. SGA.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Now Cunningham. Pass to Daniels. Now here's Ingram. There's the drive. Slam dunk by Ingram.
Looking like a spider attacking a fly. Ingram came at the rim with fierce intentions.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Detroit shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
They get the rebound. Here's Edey. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Cunningham into the lane. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
The ferocious finish. Love watching Cunningham use his size and athleticism on the drive.
To the inside. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Pistons substitution.
And the Pistons with possession here. Here's Cunningham. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
Such an energetic play from Cunningham, going right up for the slam.
Pass to Edey. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. The rebound by Detroit. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Cunningham looking it over. Here's Daniels. He's covered by Levine. 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Takes the 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. So both teams changing it up here. The Mavericks trailing.
Substitution on the court.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The 3 is up. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Jokic. And here they come. Here's Thompson. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Now here's George. He's got 5. Basket counts. George has gotten 4 this quarter.
How good is Paul George at getting separation? He uses the screen perfectly and sticks it to the defense.
Here's Hunter. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. It's good. It's a neck-and-neck game in Dallas. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And Jokic picks him up defensively. Back to Holmgren. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Peyton Watson.
And what you immediately notice about Chet Holmgren is his uniqueness. He's got size, but also tremendous agility. He can hit outside shots or battle down low.
And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Jokic the screen. Back to Thompson. Pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to Anunoby. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Anunoby's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Levine. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Reed. Outside for Levine. George outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Anunoby pulls it down. The Pistons lead by 3. Here's Thompson driving to the basket. And the rebound goes to Dallas. It's George on the wing. Shoots over Anunoby. Outside Levine. Stolen by Jokic. Outside Watson. Pass to Hunter. Screen by Watson. Hunter, good. Hunter's got 4. Points now in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
George outside. Puts up a 3.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Man, Naz Reid not only gets off his feet, does it in a hurry and with some strength.
Daniels sinks it from distance. Daniels has got 11.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open. They just got burned.
It's stolen. And now the Pistons in transition. Brooks with it. Guarded now by George. And here's Ingram outside. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. Mavericks trail by 6. Down low. Here's Reed. Oh, the teardrop falls in. He's got 6.
This is showing the versatility of Naz Reid. Yes, he can make buckets from 3, but I like when he goes to work inside.
Pass to Ingram. This one for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. And the Pistons lead by 7. When you look at all the turnovers, boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
2 on the clock. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the 4th. Detroit on top, up 5. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4. Next. And with 3. Quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Ingram from deep three-point land. The Mavericks pull it in.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Daniels. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Levine for three. Sinks the tray.
Levine's form is pure. That three-point shot is pretty.
And the Pistons with possession here. Cunningham outside.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Levine for three. Eason pulls it in.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Drills it from deep.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Monstrous jam by Levine.
Well, multiple-time winner of the slam dunk contest, Levine has got a creative streak.
Cunningham, left side. To the inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Mavericks trail by 5. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Holmgren. Holmgren powers through traffic.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
And there's a pick. Out to the wing. Back to Eason. 4-3. Another three for Detroit.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Count it.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Cunningham. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Cunningham's got 4 points this quarter.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander just taking the initiative, driving to the cup with purpose.
And it's Detroit with the ball. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Levine can't hit.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from three is not the answer.
Right side Ingram. Shoots over Levine. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Mavericks trail by 4. Right side Reed. And stolen by Cunningham. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Here's Daniels. Pure from three-point range. Daniels has got 9 points now in the second half.
Yeah, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
And here's Ingram from the arc.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. To catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. And it wasn't a very happy huddle. Coach told the team, quote, "We need to be better with the ball. We're committing too many turnovers. It's hurting us." Back over to you, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Outside Hunter. Let's go with a three. Knocks it down from distance.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Edey. Soft touch off the glass.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Jokic. Fires from the wing. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
And the Joker, one of the most efficient mid-range shooters in basketball, seems like he just doesn't miss.
And Simmons, here we go. And it's Edey missing.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Thompson's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 10. Pass to Bol. Here's Edey. Henderson for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
.136 left in the final quarter. To the middle. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Pass to Edey. There's a screen by Bol. Going inside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that brings him with an 8.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those.
Whoa!
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Pass to Simmons. Here's Edey. Gordon outside. Henderson outside. Clock is at 3. Back to Simmons. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Here's the Pistons with the ball. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Hunter can't get it to go. And so it's Dallas with it. Here's Edey. Softly drops in the floater.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator. He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
And the foul on Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
That's his first foul of the game.
Foul. Third team foul.
Here's Daniels. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Edey. So it's Detroit picking up the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A.,